Okay. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody of Communication Capstone. This is Brandon Czarnowski, and I'm here to tell you guys about my awesome project that I did. I'm really excited about it, and here we go. As you can see, I worked with Forgotten Harvest over the course of this semester, and I was really excited to do so. I worked with them after hearing about them through my work. I work for Costco, and they are a huge donator to Forgotten Harvest. The mission of Forgotten Harvest is to relieve hunger in the Detroit metropolitan community by rescuing surplus, prepared, and perishable food and donating it to emergency food providers. They don't directly give it to people, they disperse it to the different agencies. Forgotten Harvest was formed in 1990 to fight two problems, hunger and waste. Forgotten Harvest rescued more than 40 million pounds of food last year alone by collecting surplus, prepared, and perishable food from 455 sources, including grocery stores, fruit and vegetable markets, restaurants, caterers, dairies, farmers, wholesale food distributors, and other health department approved sources. This donated food, which would otherwise go to waste, is delivered free of charge to more than 260 emergency food providers in the metro Detroit area. So that's just a little bit about Forgotten Harvest for you, a little background information. I know that some of you may have heard of them, some of you may not have. But anyways, this is how I got started. Like I said, I had Forgotten Harvest as an idea. I thought this might be a great opportunity to work with a great company. So I contacted Marcy Fitch, who is their volunteer manager, and I couldn't have been more happy with her. She was a great, happy, uplifting, spirited person. So, and I was really lucky because I got a head start at the beginning of the semester. So I already had a project by the middle of September, so I was already running and going. And you might ask, what was it that I did? Well, I did for them a volunteer standards and guidelines manual. As you can see, there's a little picture of me there working on it. Volunteer Standards and Guidelines Manual. Let me tell you a little more about that. Why do they need a Volunteer Standards and Guidelines Manual? Well, basically, they didn't have one. They've been around since 1990, and they still don't have a Volunteer Standards and Guidelines Manual. Or should I say, they didn't have a Volunteer Standards and Guidelines Manual. But more on that later. They didn't have one, and Marcy Fitch, the volunteer manager, the one who would be in charge of that, she didn't have the time at all. That place is extremely busy. I've been there and volunteered myself, and it's extremely busy. So she did not have the time to do it. So, but I did, and I over the course of 20 hours or more, yeah, a little over 20 hours over the semester, I came up with a finished, organized, and thorough manual for them, and another final outcome was peace of mind for Marcy Fitch.
Oh. I'm so shaky.
Okay. Basically the process of it, I pulled manuals on the internet and I was given a bunch of documents and a bunch of stuff from all kinds of food banks from all over the country in a stack. Like, no, there's a picture right there. In a stack, like literally that thick. And that was just one of them. I had two of those and I had to sift through all of those and find the key best practices and terms and rules and safety issues and things like that. Stuff that would be tailored specifically, though, to Forgotten Harvest and to their specific needs. Went through every last page of that. And after that, I organized the key concepts and best practices into the table of contents in the order of the manual, and I physically input the data and all of that stuff into manual form, which that takes a long time. I never realized that. Like I said, with regards to Forgotten Harvest and their needs. As you can see, there's a picture. It's not really very clear up there right now what my table of contents were. This is the specific actual list of the table of contents because it doesn't do it justice to see my manual online. You have to actually hold it in your hand and actually be reading it yourself to really get the full grasp of it. We had a welcome letter from CEO Susan Ellis Goodell, a little bit about Forgotten Harvest, objective and goals, impact of Forgotten Harvest, the Good Samaritan Law. There's a lot of it that goes into it, so if you want to check it out, Jenny has a copy of it, and like I said, it's online on Celio as well. So you should definitely check that out. My evaluation of how everything went. The support from my agency rep, Marcy Fitch, it couldn't have been better. She was an amazing person to work with, completely supportive. Anything I needed, she got it to me. She was really uplifting and just happy-go-lucky, like I said this before. The endless amount of resources that I had, that was a huge, huge help to me. I couldn't run out of stuff to go through to use. If I wanted to, I could have searched even more. But with the time constraints that I had, I just went with what I had. Jenny, Dr. Kindred, and all the peers of Communication Capstone, your support has been a huge help. Time management, I put it in there twice because it is really, really important to have proper time management in this kind of a project. And some things, if I were allowed more time, I would have been able to go into even greater detail. I would have liked to have enough time to actually produce copies for them. With the time constraint that we had, I wasn't actually able to do that, so I was kind of bummed out about that. I also wanted to make the format more of a real booky, smaller and glossy covered deal. Here's a couple videos of me, real quick, volunteering, doing the direct service.
Here we are at Forgotten Harvest, volunteering, working hard. I am washing these awesome tomatoes for the people, and yeah, hope you like what you see.
Oops, there we go, and then here's the after shot of those same tomatoes.
These are all the tomatoes that we saved in just about 3 hours. Pretty cool.
And here's some pictures of me at Forgotten Harvest doing the actual direct service, wrapping up the hours that I needed. But yeah, it was a very rewarding experience working for Forgotten Harvest. I would definitely do it again. I'm definitely going to go back and keep volunteering for them. And as a matter of fact, I've heard from Marcy Fitch, and they're already using my manual. They're already giving it out, so it's great. I couldn't be happier, and I hope you guys are happy too. Thanks for watching my presentation.